I am about to attempt to do 500 miles on a 10-mile loop course at the Mammoth Endurance Washington Island Ultra. "2020 was like the year of my life, I still say. I got to work from home. I got to go to the gym, and the training could just get bigger and bigger and longer. And everything just fell into place. I traveled. I went to California to ride with her a couple times, do some back-to-backs. It was the perfect year. And then coming here and having her and Taryn here to be here with me, to help me. The race was still really hard, but it was magic. It really, honestly, like, if it had to be the last thing I did with her, I couldn't have asked for a better last thing for us to do together. Big thing, because the last time I saw her was at the island. So. I forget about that sometimes until I think about it, but the last time I hugged her was here as they were leaving.
Do you want to tell me what happened?
Her ex-boyfriend murdered her and then killed himself. I felt like it summed up our friendship perfectly, right? Like, if it had to end, it didn't end by us not seeing each other for years and not we talked up until hours before she passed. So, and the last words were, "I love you." So I feel like everything in that year leading up to it was still so amazing. We did just such great work together. It was perfect. I think it was like hour 33, 34 in 2020. I was having a rough time, and I came up so that she could give me some gel. And I'm like, "I'm never ever doing this again." And she's like, "No, you're not." And I'm like, "I never freaking want to do this again." And she's like, "You never have to do it again." She gives me the gel, we go on. And I don't think anything of it. And then when I got home, I'm laying on the bed, and I'm like, "That was horrible, but..." And I texted her and I said, "I really think that if I put in more work, I can do 500. And she said, "Oh, hell yeah, we'll do it." I have two things I have to do. I have to do this, and I have to do H3. And those were the things that we planned and that we were going to do together. And I feel like I need to do those to, like, really not finish our time, but finish what we set out to start. Because she was also my coach. She wasn't just my best friend. Like, she fed the crazy in anything.
Good. Okay. All right. So, I want to hammer out nutrition. Okay.
So just have them like Halloween.
Good.
Oh yeah. So they are all mixed. I didn't separate them by flavor. The chews, I feel like night 2 are going to be the best because I'm going to be it's going to be harder to take a gel.
Mm-hmm.
So the chews, if you open them and then just dump them into my bento box, I'll just take handfuls of them throughout.
Are you not just going to eat them at the beginning of the loop?
Of the
Crewing for somebody when they're doing some sort of like big event like this is you are literally their lifeline. You are their eyes and ears, and when it gets late in the game, you're their brain too.
Usually crew members are needed for unsupported races, so races that don't have aid stations set up by the by the race organizers, or ones that go beyond the normal race time, or like an ultra marathon or an ultra event. This certainly fits under that category in that it's an ultra event and it's unsupported, and it's just, people come and usually they support themselves because they don't go the full length of the event. For this one, since Heidi is going the full 36 hours and she's riding her bike, she definitely needs people to help her out.
I know that that's not enough.
Scratch super fuel or scratch
Regular
electrolytes?
Scratch electrolytes.
Okay, so that
Which is
goes
only,
into
I
the...
think, 100. Yeah.
Your job is to get her through and to the finish line. And actually, your duties start well before that even. So, Taryn and I have been doing a lot of prep work even in the last few days. And so, yeah, it's just, you're really doing everything for your athlete. You want them doing as little as possible leading up to the race, and then during the race, you're keeping track of all their vitals for them. So she typically trains in what are called gator skins, which are really flat resistant. So that's good for when she's riding in Arizona, where there's lots of little things that can give you flat. But they're pretty heavy. So we're going to put her in some Continental 5000s, which are light rolling resistance, still pretty flat resistant, but they're a lot lighter. And even just the small weight difference between these two types of tires really makes a big difference in both speed and the energy requirement to move forward. So we're just swapping over her race tires to her wheels so that she can be as light as possible.
So I have a Diamond that I bought secondhand from a friend of Mary's because it seemed like a cool bike. Mary had the Diamond. And then when she passed, her parents gave me her Diamond and her Cervelo road bike. So I'm riding her bike. And she qualified and raced Kona on it, and I covered up her American flag, which for me is actually very strange because I super love having flags on everything, but then I put the BFF sign over it. So I feel like I've had amazing rides on it, very fast rides. I've had some not so fun ones, but from the moment I rode it, it just felt so good, with very little tweaking. So I'll be taking her with me. And I do love it. I hate the reason I have it, but I love that I have it, and I love that her parents wanted me to have it.
Heidi can do it.
Yeah, if anybody can do it, Heidi can do it. And you know what? Heidi has the best hair ever this year. So
Yeah, the hair is going to get her
because
over the finish line.
The hair
man. I'm
is
telling
going to
you.
do it this year. I know it. I know it.
She's just got that right attitude, and she just doesn't do it for herself. She's doing it for a bigger purpose. So I think that's really great. That's commendable.
She's got the heart.
Welcome to the island. Thank you so much for coming. This is a super special place to me. I get worked up every time I do this, sorry. It's a super special place to me, and it just means the world that you guys come up here and support the event and support the island, and that you're just a part of this big family thing that we've created here. So thank you so much for participating. Each one of you guys came up here with a goal in mind or a thought in mind. Just have fun with it. At times it's going to be brutal, maybe. At times it's going to suck. Just enjoy it. You signed up for it. You signed up for a challenge. You signed up to be in a beautiful place. You're going to get all of it. So have fun with it.
I'm not convinced that maybe we don't just need another one, or we don't just need a longer one.
But that was the one that was there the whole time.
So we've got a little bit of a wiggle here in her seat. You can kind of see this is coming up and down, and it shouldn't do that. So we've been fiddling with this screw that's in here, trying to get it tighter, but it doesn't really seem to be fixing it. There's some folks here with a local bike shop that we're gonna try and flag down once we're done with supper.
Oh, they might have a tour there.
But I don't think it's gonna be an issue. I don't think it's gonna be an issue. But I know right now all that matters is 100% mental comfort. So if this is in her head, it's gonna be in her head 18 hours from now. Okay, so we just talked to the bike shop people, and we weren't able to fix the issue that we have with Heidi's bike, but we did get the okay that it's safe to ride.
I was one of 3 children, single mother, which is fine. She did the best she could. I feel like there was some resentment towards me, maybe for looking more like my father, acting like my father. Was not enjoyable. I kind of just got through waiting until I turned 18 to leave. Still don't have a relationship with any of my family. Did have a short stint with my mother for a little while, probably in my early 20s. But I don't know where she is or anything anymore. Self-preservation, I guess.
Heidi is a force to be reckoned with. She's beat all the odds. She's unconventional. She's hilarious. She is trustworthy. She is an amazing chef. So good. And she's so true. Like, she is who she is through and through. And that's why I love her. That's why everyone loves her.
I don't remember my father at all. And I'm not sure why I don't remember him. I think he left when I was 4. My mother never talked about him, except at bad stuff. We were brought up to be fearful of him. We were brought up, the schools were never to let us out to anybody but her. We had very strict rules. We weren't allowed to go outside and play without her. We weren't, like, everything was very strict. So we kind of were raised in this fear of him. I believe she met him in Germany. I think there was this anger thinking, oh, he only is here to live in America. And so I met him once. He came to the door when I was, I think, in 5th grade, and I was home alone. And he introduced him. He's like, I'm your father. And I shut the door because I was scared, because that's what I was brought up to. And I called 911 because I was scared, because that's what I was told you're supposed to do. And that was the only time I had seen him. Right when I actually was getting into triathlon, I decided to look him up. So I looked him up, and I actually stumbled upon the death index. And he had died, and he died in New York while I lived in New York. And I was really bummed out. And he actually, my friend Sue, he lived 4 houses down from her while I was friends with her when I was back in Boston. And it was a big bummer. I'm like, wow, he was right there, and I didn't know. And he was in New York when I was there, and I didn't know. So I've done some research into trying to, he probably didn't die a very happy death. He was kind of young. He was in hospice, so. But he is buried as a John Doe because nobody came to pick him up.
So after she passed, I started singing Hummingbirds too, and that's in her writing. And she used to tell her athletes to be brave before their races. So I gave my tattoo guy a card she wrote me, and he took her writing and put it on it. And these are from everybody. These are coming off after the race. Somebody gave me an M. That's from Jan. This is from Lynn Fiedler.
Oh, wow. Okay.
This is from Josie. And this is Jen Aronson.
It really was fine, but sure. Kind of so plane ticket you did.
Do I look like an adventure?
You look like you're about to go spelunking.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
That is actually what it's for.
So you always have to test your headlamp for bounceability by headbanging.
Got it. I am racing, or I'm running for 36 hours, so I'm doing the solo run. I was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer in 2019. And Heidi and Mary were very integral in my cancer care and cancer recovery, and completely rallied behind me and around me to get me through that. And so this race coincides with the 3-year anniversary of me being cancer-free. Yeah, so Saturday, when I ring the bell and I'm finished, it'll be ringing the bell to celebrate 3 years of not having cancer. We had kind of, I don't know, been this tripod of sorts where it was like, no matter what someone was going through, no matter what was happening, we would just drop everything and be there for one another. Mary, she collected broken toys. She collected like broken people. I feel like that's how her and Heidi initially became really close, because Heidi was very sick, was going through some really tough times with, you know, her illness and making it through that. And when I connected with Mary, it was the very same way. I was going through some really mentally tough things. And a lot of Mary's closest friends were at once like broken. And Mary was the person that everyone would go to help them out, to get them back on their feet, to lift their spirits, to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And it was an incredible gift she had to see people through some of the toughest times in their lives. I have this memory after she died. Heidi and I were together in Arizona. I'd flown down there to be with Heidi and Jess. And Heidi and I had both turned to each other and like at the same time said, I thought it would be me who died first, because of Heidi with her health issues and me with my health issues. And like Mary was one of the tripod, these 3 legs, like Mary was the strongest, the bravest, the like nothing was gonna touch her, no one was gonna touch her. And then to be standing there with our strongest leg gone and broken off, and the 2 of us feeling incredibly raw and broken and whatnot. It was just, it's unfathomable. It still is. It's unfathomable that she's not here. Like there are many days where you wake up and you're like, oh no, I'm gonna call her, I'm gonna text her, I'm gonna hear her voice again, and it won't happen in this lifetime.
yeah, so if she can hold a 15 mile per hour pace, that'll give us 2.7 hours buffer time on the 36 hour. So if she can hold 40-minute loops, that's where we are.
We're planning on, I guess right now we'll go like 10:30 to 2:30, and then so that way like 4 hours on, 4 hours off the nights. That hopefully gets some, maybe 3 hours of quality sleep, plus or minus.
What do you need me to do?
I'll do another loop or two.
So that'll be hundo, yeah?
I'm about to be 100 right now, yeah.
Yeah. So 2 loops and then breakfast and kit change.
It's really like
What's that?
the sound.
Sweet music.
For the next 30 hours.
Finishing up night 1 here. I got to sleep in until about 3 a.m. So Taryn took the 10 to 3 shift and then I jumped in. When I took over, Heidi was looking great. She's been eating and drinking well, and that's still true. She just passed the 100-mile mark, so we're super stoked about that. We're about a little over 7 hours in now, and in the next couple hours she's gonna come in and take a break. We're gonna fix her like some real food to eat and change her kit, refresh, and then head on back out for more loops.
It's so
Crank
loud.
again.
Yeah. You just write it and see if you get the same thing.
Yeah. Beef jerky potatoes. It sounds like your bottom bracket. Yeah. Squeaky bottom bracket. It's very obnoxious. I can't imagine riding 400 more miles with it. I couldn't do 4 minutes with it. Alright, we got 3 gels.
It's like really loud, and it's making my eye twitch. I was supposed to cry at 100.
The mental fortitude to do the same 10 miles over and over and over is so impressive to me. Yeah, you have to stay awake and you have to be on your nutrition and you have to train to ride your bike for a long time. But it's the same 10 miles over and over.
The thing that most folks don't even realize, she's up at 2 a.m. She's up at 2:30 in the morning. She's on her bike at 3 a.m. riding for hours before she goes into work.
Mentally, is she going to be able to get through what she's got to get through in the next, I would say, 8 to 10 hours? If she can break through that wall, I think she'll get it. But if she lets that get the best of her, I think she won't. She's just willing to make the sacrifice. You know, she's been through a lot. It's easier to say than to do, but Heidi, once she says she's gonna do it, she's gonna do it, no matter what.
So she's definitely feeling it, and she definitely is gonna benefit a lot from this break, I think. She's starting to get a little bit of like the, I don't wanna say self-doubt, but like the mental weirdness is kinda starting to happen, I think. 150 miles left. We're in a pretty deep valley right now, to be expected. So we're just gonna fuel her up with some potatoes, get her a lighter helmet, and hopefully get her back to smiling.
Let's go.
You're not the boss of me.
Ready?
What are you trying to my shorts.
All right.
3 leaves to burn.
Yay.
Can I get 2 and can we do less water?
2 and less
hard
water.
to drink. Oh, the whole thing. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay.
You
All right,
going
let's go.
up?
Yeah, let's go.
See you in a few.
Come on already.
Good quick turn.
I hate having to wait for you.
Yeah.
Is she coming? Okay.
You know, my sister. Bye.
I don't have to take that from her. She's not my real mom. What? You're not my real mom.
You have 120 left.
No, you have.
I get to do 100.
No,
There you go.
you have 2 more
left.
loops. Yeah, there you go.
One more left. There you go.
There you go.
I love it. Tell me what to say. One more.
2 more. Okay, are we doing it by 1 or you want to do it by 3?
What do you mean?
Okay. Are you doing them in groups of 3 mentally?
No, we're doing 2 and that'll be 100.
Okay. All right.
And in my head, I do 100 every
Yep.
day off.
Okay.
On a bracket, so I don't know how, but it's like even louder than me.
It is louder. Whatever's going on with the bike is much worse. Much worse.
It's like, right? Insane.
Does it feel any worse at all, or is it?
Going up hills, it's like,
And
it sounds like it's gonna break apart.
Yes, that's what it sounds like.
It is worse than yesterday, right?
It's much worse.
It sounds like the bike is gonna split. Going up those hills, I was like, this is so freaking painful to listen to.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so loud, yes.
It's so loud.
So loud.
As long as it doesn't fall apart.
Click out.
There we go. So after we hit 36, we don't have to do the 10 anymore.
Thank you. Yeah, appreciate it. He's like, pour water all over the red. And I'm like, okay. And it kept going, kept going,
Sometimes the
kept
seal
going.
in there can get a little dry.
Oh, thank you for that. Okay.
My eyes stopped twitching. Thank you.
Technically,
Oh, I thought that was an hour and a half.
26. Yeah,
Even so.
you can still make it. You can make it.
Go.
Just an hour.
Rachel Peterson is on her last lap, and it's a big deal. So I'm going to ask if you can hear this and you want to come up. I'll let you know when she's coming. She's going to be finishing 100 miles here. It's the first time anyone's ever run 100 miles on the island. And the coolest thing about it is today marks her 3-year anniversary of being cancer-free.
I didn't think 3 years ago I would be able to walk to my mailbox, let alone run for 36 hours. And so I'm celebrating my strength and my perseverance. I'm running for Mary as well. She always did the big, hard, incredible things. And I think that's the legacy that she would want us all to carry on, is to not stop doing the big, hard, incredible things.
all out there.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. I'm so
Hey.
proud of you, baby.
You did awesome.
It was so hard.
But you did it. Here, will this help?
Yes.
Thank you.
So it is officially a little bit past 10:45. The 36-hour mark was 10 a.m. But going into this weekend and this race, we all knew that we were getting 500 regardless. And so a lot of folks are packing up and they're headed out, their race is done, but we're gonna stick around and we're gonna keep doing 10-mile loops until we reach 500. She just passed 430 miles, so we got about 70 left to go. There's been a few teams that have heard what we're doing out here today, and even though they're done racing and they could go home and sleep, they've all said we're sitting right here until she gets 500.